Now then, people, good morning. Welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Apologies for being a little bit late. My meeting overran till 15:15. Hope you're all doing well. Please do smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. I didn't expect to be speaking to you until 1 o'clock, but then obviously a bit of a bomber, if you could call it that, a bit of a bomber from Graham Smith. We found out the news that Patrick Bamford has not flown to Sweden. However, Harrison has, which of course might upset some of the fan base. Now, rightly so, people are letting me know, well, he's gone to Guiseley. But that's a story in itself, folks. I know that he's gone to Guiseley, but the point is the first team players are going to play Manchester United. So that is that a signal of intent from the club, from the manager, you know, that you're not part of my plans? Like, does he go to Germany on the back of that? I'm not sure. Kershaw agreed. It might explain the club's stance on Mateo Joseph. Maybe there's a world in which they want Joseph to be third choice or second choice. Maybe there is a world where Bamford will be moved on and Joseph does stick around. Look, Bamford's in the last year of his deal, but what we need to be reminded of is, of course, he'll be one of our top earners due to his Premier League wage when he was given a contract after scoring 17 goals and we extended his deal. Lee is going to Guiseley. He's going to Guiseley. And if he's injured, then, of course, that's another concern for Leeds United, isn't it? Obviously, Jack Harrison has gone. It's not been confirmed yet, but it does show down here, according to Graham Smith, that Bamford is not with the travelling party, but Jack Harrison is. Now, it might be nothing. It might be a case of, well, we're just sending Pat there to help with the youngsters at Guiseley. The Guiseley game kicks off at 3, folks. For those that are asking, there's a game at Guiseley today, Leeds 11. You can go to that game. Cheap tickets. If you're in and around Guiseley, then just pop down. But obviously, the main game kicks off at 2 o'clock. Chris Leeds says he's not fit to wear the shirt. Harrison, the rat. We'd have said that about Nonto. We said it about Aronson. We said it about Voba. They all played for Leeds United again. Look, if he features, he might play well. Who knows? I think he will be booed, Chris. In all honesty, I think he will be booed. Maybe there's a world in which Jack Harrison stays with Leeds United, but also is there a world in which this is a shop window for him to show clubs that he's fit? But I don't think there's ever been any injury issues there. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Maybe I read too much into it, but for me, it almost feels a bit like a bomb squad vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody else is going there. Well, not everybody, but large sections. And then you'd imagine the squad that goes to Guiseley might include a Sam Greenwood, a Joe Gelhardt, a Patrick Bamford, a Charlie Crew, a Darko JB. That's how that might look. We don't know yet, but when it is announced, we'll be able to get into it a little bit more, won't we? When it's officially announced. But according to Graham Smith, Bamford hasn't gone. Jack Harrison has. So yeah. Yeah, Lee, I don't know. Yeah, Joseph's back because he does say, Graham Smith, 1 second. Just 1 second, I did see it. Just while I'm that, what's everyone's thoughts on the boxing tonight? Usyk's going to school him, I think. Oh, there. Willie Nonto's done an interview with Baron Cross. In most championship games, we had the ball the whole time and we're playing against low blocks. It's difficult. But in the Premier League, you have more space. For me, it's going to be fun. There you go. Yeah, FPL 23 has reposted that as well. Let's see what's been said. There was something in there as well. Sorry, I'll get the article up. That'll probably be easier for me to do and have a read through it. But Leeds take on Manchester United at Strawberry Arena in Stockholm. YEP understands Bamford is not among them, though a disrupted pre-season and injury played a part. The centre forward struggled for game time last season, so that's just talking about last season, and found himself behind Joel Pirot and sometimes Joseph. Bamford was restricted to just 235 minutes, as Farke guided the Whites to a league title and promotion, but did find himself being given a role in the closing out games as a substitute in the running. The 31-year-old has a year left on his contract, but the addition of free agent signing Lucas Mecha and Leeds' desire to add a starting number 9 before the end of the summer transfer window has cast further doubt on Bamford's chances of involvement under Farke. Pirot and Mateo Joseph remain from last season's squad, but there has been a strong interest in the latter from Real Betis. If injury is not behind Bamford's absence in Sweden, then it is possible that he could be involved in another friendly today, with the under-21s set to take on Guiseley away from home. Meanwhile, Jack Harrison is understood to have travelled to Sweden with the senior squad. The winger spent last 2 seasons out on loan with Everton, having twice exercised a relegation clause in his contract. Harrison's future is up in the air at Leeds, and they are in the market for a left winger, having pitched their survival plan to the representatives of Brazilian attacker Igor Paixão earlier this week. Leeds fans who have made the trip will be keen for their first glimpse of new signings Jacobiol, Bornau, Goodmanson, Mecha, and latest arrival Sean Longstaff. Longstaff was earmarked early on for one midfield vacancy in the squad, and the Whites continue to work on a deal for Hoffenheim's Anton Stack. So, yeah, we'll wait and see what happens with Bamford. Maybe if it's another injury, then it's like, come on, let's turn it in. I did see this. This is very good news, by the way. This is very good news because he would improve Sunderland. So the fact he's staying at Leverkusen is music to my ears. Yet people told me, oh, he's crap. And Leverkusen still want him to stay. Madness. What do you do with Harrison, really, though? You keep him around and integrate into the squad, hoping he plays well or someone comes in for him. That's it. That's it, righteous one. It's either or. It's either or. Bertie Shaw, draw? I don't know. Cat Street Games live on YouTube. I will be doing a watch along. We won't have all the frills and spills like we normally do in terms of the graphics. Reason being, friendly games are not on Opta. That's why Match Bingo aren't running a card. It's purely a friendly game. So we'll still have a scoreboard and stuff, but it won't be as flashy as it normally is, folks. Just a heads up on that. Also, Graham Smith did another article. We found out yesterday, for those that are at the games, that there has been a little subsection in the planning permission for Elland Road's expansion, that the south stand will be used for away fans. It will remove some of the atmosphere. Well, a lot of it, let's be honest. You have the Kop, but also the south stand, which is just feral and mental. I've been in there a couple of times, not since I got my season ticket, but when I was just a ticket goer on the day vibe, I've been in there. It is wild. It would be poor to take that away. When you think about it, though, when you look at the expansion plans, the only stand that isn't having work done to it is the south stand. Is that in their mind as well? So there was a thing in there that said, basically, we spoke with some sort of organisation and they said this is the best to do. I don't think it's closed, mate. They're just housing them in there. There seems to be this notion it's just while. I don't think it is. I think the plan will be to house them there. The club haven't spoke on it, but they have been asked for full transparency and clarity from the supporters trust and stuff. It's going to go from 36 to 53,000 seater stadium. They're going to enhance the west stand, and then also would like a new north stand and have submitted planning permission for it this summer. Leeds United Football Club are pleased to announce that. But concerns have been raised by supporters after a proposal to move away fans from the west stand into the south stand was spotted in the planning documents. It is not clear if the measure is simply a temporary one while west stand development works is ongoing, or more of a permanent move. I believe it probably would be more of a permanent move. The reason I say that is because if you look at all the work it's been done all around the stadium, except there. So they're just going to keep them there. And isn't it in the Premier League? No, but you have to be behind one of the goals. Or have I made that up? I swear. Yeah, you have to, though. Liverpool did the same. There isn't enough time in the off-season. It happens, bro. It happens, mate. Part of me now thinks Harrison, right. Part of me, mate, now thinks Harrison might. Everton are not so sure they want him. So going to use Leeds to get a better club. That riles me up. I don't know if that is going to... Well, that's what every player does, I think. It's not that. Don't be so riled by it. It is what it is. The club have made no official comment, and they've been asked by the Supporters Trust, who strongly are against the idea. We're concerned about plans to move away fans into the South Stand. The South Stand has a unique atmosphere, pretty much unrivaled in English football, and needs to be preserved. We've contacted the club to seek full transparency and clarity on this, and want to make unequivocally clear that we'll be strongly against any such move. But again, listen, it's great that, but the club will make the decisions, and it is what it is. There, fair enough, then, mate. Fair enough. We'll have to wait and see. But Leeds are getting bigger. Obviously, we're getting an extension everywhere except the South Stand. Is being done. Yeah, Newcastle is up in the moon, but it's behind the goal. But yeah, like Dan Moylan said, and like someone agreed with him in the chat, the West Stand, you know, you'd be looking at expensive corporate seating. Is there a world in which themselves stand supporters create an atmosphere in the Kop if they move there? And not, I mean, there already is one, but I don't know. But yeah, I think the club will do what the club will do. You know, that's the facts. Cheese wedge though, cheese wedges have got a banging atmosphere as well, Lee. I mean, that's where away fans did used to be, right? But the cheese wedge does have a banging atmosphere as well. Yeah. Why is this we're saying this about every fucking deal now at this point, though. Yes, Joe. Hope you well. Been a while. What's the news on Solomon? I don't think we're going to get Solomon, mate. We're going on to pastures new. People like Igor Pakzhao. I disagree on that. Having been in the Kop, having been a season ticket holder in the Kop, I totally disagree, Tyler. But the South Stand's great, yeah. As is the cheese wedge, but the Kop's also great. Any more news on who? On Stack? No, just that it's progressing well. I think he'll be the next in the door. Mellier's potentially going to be set for offers. And what else? Sorry, I'm just responding. Sorry, I'm just... I'm just sending my graphic guy a message. Sorry, I just wanted to... Oh, now it's lagging, I think. So yeah, Harrison is starting today, you think? I don't... Well, he might do, actually. Nah, it'll be Ramazani, surely. Yeah, it will be, mate, because you've got LUTV, MUTV, and probably elsewhere. So it will be available, yeah, for sure. LUTV, MUTV. You can get a match pass on LUTV as well. So, yeah, the game will be available. Everton are preparing a new bid to sign Douglas Luiz. There you go. Let them have him. My new shirt's coming today. I hope it comes in time for the game. White Pakzhao. It's easy. It's easy. Is he Yeboah or is that just waffle? Is who Yeboah? Obviously, it's not Yeboah. Definitely not. Yeah. Imagine. Be nice if it was, right? We'll have to wait and see, though, what happens. Listen, I'm going to be back at 1 o'clock. I don't want to keep you all morning. I just wanted to get people's thoughts on the fact that Bamford's time might be done. We'll wait and see, though. Maybe he is injured. Harrison could be involved. If he starts, that'll be a big Anyway, listen, I'll see you back at 1 o'clock. I'll be live an hour before kickoff. We're back with the watch-alongs. I'm excited for it. Make sure you join me at 1 o'clock. It's going to be fun. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, actually. Funny how a week makes in a track, mate. Do you know what? Yeah, I've missed watching Matchday Lives. This week's been a great week for us, if I'm being totally honest. What I am going to do is put a redirect on for the watch-along, Leeds versus Manchester United. You'll go straight there, smash some likes on it. Let's get the love in there before we even start. And I'll see you back here at 1. Big up to Darren Williams, my brother. And folks, I'll see you at 1 o'clock. We're back. Peace.